want to keep this on because, oh man, it's drying and it feels like clay. It feels like clay or plaster. It's like if you ever worked with plaster in a studio art classroom, and it would like sort of like if you leave it on your hands for too long because you're working with it and you don't rinse your hand off, obviously it gets kind of grainy and stuff. That's what it feels like on my skin, but I don't really mind as long as I don't start breaking out and having hives. But this paint is non-toxic, I think. I should have read it before, but no worries. It's soft body pastel paint, so it's really, really, really nice. It has a really nice texture when you touch it. It's really, really smooth. It has a soft body. It tells you right in the can it has a soft body. It's professional artist color paint. Hey, my mom bought it for me because she was like, draw me a picture on your canvas, because I have a canvas. But I like drawing like unique pictures and stuff like this, you know, on a canvas. I don't really want to draw like horses on plush Greenland, you know, like my mom likes that. I would draw it for her. I just never actually got around to it, but I do enjoy it. And yeah, and it's Tuesday. Yeah, I already said that. It's really, really hot. I don't know. Do you see anything different with me? No? What do I do? Like, I changed up my hair a little bit. It's summer. Basically, like last week, yeah, was the last day, was the last week of school for me. I was still in school because I have exams. And I think I mentioned that in like the previous video. Mentioning why I couldn't really put up a lot of videos during that time because I have exams. And I'm back, and I switched up my hair a little. Now, my hair, half of it's my hair and half of it's, rewind. All of it's my hair. All of this is my hair except for the long pieces. Like the extremely long pieces, like this is my hair. This is like, let me show you. Ooh. Okay, like this is my hair, the top, like I asked my stylist, so it's my mom, my stylist, but I consider her my stylist because she knows how to do braids, braids, and they're called cornrows. Like, it's like you get up right underneath the root and you plait all the way back. Now, I didn't want, like, my mom plaited all the way here, and then she stopped, like, a quarter away, and then braided, like, the rest down, because when I'm pulling the braids out, like a twist out, almost like, I will have, like, wavy hair and, like, this back. So, like, front, and then the rest is, like, 6 inches. I don't know if you can see it. It's like, it's a little lighter than my hair because I have dark brown hair. Literally, like, it looks like it's black, but it's not, because I can honestly walk into a hair salon and be like, hey, dye my hair black, and you would know the difference. It would look, sorry, I washed my hands. It would look ridiculous because I would have, like, black hair, and I would look, not ridiculous, but like more striking, because this is my natural hair color, and like it blends in with, I've had it since I was a baby. Like, I haven't changed it. I haven't lightened it. The sun naturally lightens my hair during the summer. Like, I'm like, whoa, you have gold hair, like right here. Like, I have gold hair, and I'm just like, that's the sun doing all that. And yeah, but I actually like this. I haven't pulled them out yet, but I'm leaving my hair like this for the whole entire week until the weekend, because I'm going to hang out with some friends, and it's almost July, and everything takes place in July. Like, 4th of July, we have, like, I don't know, 8 different movies coming out in July, and I am going to be doing a movie review on that. And yeah, I just want to go. I'm ready for this summer. Like, I'm already bored, and this is my second day. Well, no, fourth day since last week, where I'm just home chilling, doing nothing on my computer, watching YouTube videos, doing my hair, not doing my makeup, obviously, and yeah, but I really enjoyed making these videos. I'm not nervous at all. Like, you'd be surprised. I'm not. If anybody's watching this video and be like, oh my god, it's her. Yeah, it's me. They wouldn't expect me to be doing this because they're just like, she never talks. She never raises her hand. And I'm just like, well, the whole school was like a total like flip. And until like the last, I think, couple of days before our exams, because everybody started talking to me. Everybody's like, and I was just like, sign my yearbook. I was like, sign my yearbook. Like, I actually want you to sign my yearbook. You know what I mean? Like, sign it. But I honestly thought that having these people hated me or something, because I'm just like, what the hell is your deal? What's your deal? And I was just like, go to bed. Speaking of people's issues or whatever, my dad is teaching me how to drive. I've been driving for like 3 months now, or 4 months. And my dad's teaching me how to drive, and me and him were like getting closer, bonding about driving and stuff like that. And this, I can say this, jackass. I was driving, and this jackass behind me is like underneath, like the behind of my car. And it's not really my car, but my dad's car. But I'm just like, the bumper. And I'm like, are you serious right now? I've been driving for 3 months, and then I end up with that guy on, and because, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I think I freaked out because we stopped at a light, and I was just sitting there, and like, there's the line like right in front of you, and I didn't want to go past it, and my dad was like, pull up. I was just like, Dad, you're crazy. And he's like, no, pull up. I want to talk to him. And then I pull up, and then he's like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Don't you see she's driving? She's a new learner, blah, 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 blah. And then the guy's just like, what? Like, he didn't hear what my dad was saying. And it was kind of funny because they were going back and forth arguing while I'm just sitting there like, it is in the road book that the driver must not get involved in road rage or make any eye contact with the driver. The last thing I want to happen to me is I'm driving down the highway. Well, I can't drive down the highway, but I'm driving down the street, and you know, this actually happened, like, to one of my friends. She was driving, and this guy got so mad. She was like, oh yeah, you want to fight? And she was actually my teacher. We were all friends with her, but it was kind of funny because the guy came, like, yeah, he came out of his car, and, like, he was all talking trash and whatever, and she was already late to school already, you know what I mean? Like, first period's done, second period's done. We were like, where is she? Maybe she's sick. No. She was stuck behind traffic, and this guy literally was like, with a baseball bat, and like this is my paintbrushes, but a baseball bat, and like was about to threaten her with it, and then he started lashing out on like other people because the people were just like, why are you so, don't take your anger out on her. So then the guy like started taking his anger out on this other guy that was in the car, and they both started like tussling, like fist fighting, like in the highway, and like it was hilarious when she told us this. We were just like, what? And like, yeah, they had to call the police and everything because the guy was, you know, causing like trouble, and he might have like injured somebody with a baseball bat, like bashed their head in or something. And it was like crazy. I was just like, that has to be the most amazing thing you can ever hear when you're in middle school. Amazing. And we haven't had any action like that ever, so to hear that was really, really, really cool. I was just like, so me being there, like sitting there, like driving, like, obviously I didn't want to, like, say anything because all of those things are running through my head. And I'm just like, oh my God, Dad, shut up. Shut up. And he's just like, no, he needs to, and I'm like, and this guy, he said one thing. Everything that was coming out of his mouth was like, yeah, I know this. You know what I mean? I'm a new driver. Like, he stated the obvious. He stated, she's a new driver. Why don't you teach her? You know what I mean? On different roads. Okay, yeah, I'm a new driver. That's a fact. 2, he stated, she's kind of a slow driver. Like, why don't you let her drive faster? 2, I can kind of agree with him on that, but I don't know how to control the car yet, and I might as well crash into your car. So, bad example to give to me. And there's no number 3, but there's one fact. There's one, not a fact. Like, there's one stupid, like, opinion he gave to my dad. Like, he was just like, oh, she's driving? Oh, why don't you guys do that on your own time? And I'm just like, you don't even know what I'm going to say. I can't say it on camera because I think my video would be put down, but I would have said, like, listen, this is like my last week of school. I don't have time. This is my time. I'm driving on 90. Respect that and clobber your ass. Go down to Buffalo Wild Wings and go watch your Lakers game. I don't care. Like, I didn't say that, but it was running through my head. And I told my mom that, and she was just like, imagine these people. And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know if there's some people out there that are just like that, like they're impatient, but they know that you're a new driver and everything. It's just, it's just something that you have to keep in your head all the time. Like, they know, but they're impatient. And some drivers just really, really don't care, and it's kind of annoying, because I wouldn't want to become a professional driver like my dad. He's been driving for like 20 plus years now, and become one of those type of people, you know what I mean? Get off the road. I'm like, you were once a new driver. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's like some of them act like a race car driver teach them how to drive. Like, you know what I mean? All right, put it in drive and floor it. That's how you learn to drive? Like, no. But, yeah, that experience was kind of funny, and hopefully I don't really end up in another one like that, because I don't really want to. I was kind of exhausted because I just came back from a day of exam. I literally spent 6 hours at school, and then I had to wait another hour because, like, we had 3 hours to take the exam, but I had 4 hours. So I literally had to sit there for 4 hours. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm done. Like, I actually did what I was there to do. I think I passed. And yeah, I was just exhausted, and I was like, I want to go home. And then this guy comes up, and I'm just like, ugh, like, I don't want to deal with this. And my dad did, and I was just like, thanks, Dad. He was like, yeah. He was just like, this idiot. I was just like, okay. It was like the best day experience for me, like driving, and doing all of that stuff. And yeah, what was I even talking about before I started talking about driving? I think, yeah, last week, what I did. Like, what I did for last week, because I was, oh yeah, last week was last day of school. Well, last week of school. I keep saying that. I have, like, such a, my brain is, like, tossing ideas up in the air, and, like, I can't stay put on, like, one topic. I jump from another topic to another topic, and no, I'm not crazy, or I don't have a disorder or anything, but that's just the way I talk. You know what I mean? Like, I jump all over the place, and yeah, usually it's, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I've been asking a couple of, like, I don't know if I want to say this or not because I do have some people that watch my videos, and I don't know if I'm going to say this. I really want to say it though, but yeah, I'm going to say it. But I really, 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 really wanted to hang out with like a couple of people from my school, and you know, like, I can understand how people think that this whole entire year, like, I don't know, but I've heard, like, you know, people always call me, like, oh, you know, she's that type of girl, like, she follows everybody. Like, I have a couple of friends that I thought we were friends, but, you know, I gave them so many chances to not do what they did again, and they keep doing it, but I keep, you know, waiting because I'm just like, I'm waiting for them to say to me, if you ever have, like, a friend that's telling you something and you don't really agree with it, but you're like, you're waiting to hear them say that one thing that just ends the relationship. I did that, and I waited, but I sort of, like, I overheard, and I heard rumors and stuff like that, and I decided to end it. So there is a little, you know, like, awkwardness between one of my used to be friends. Like, I don't know. Like, people also say that I'm too nice. And I'm just like, maybe I am, because maybe I think that friendships are worth, you know, like, really fighting for and fixing, because the stuff that I've been through, like, my friends have never actually stabbed me in the back, like, with an actual knife. So if my friends haven't actually stabbed me with an actual knife in the back, I think that relationship is worth fixing. Unless, like, honestly, like, how I feel is, like, I feel really, really, really exhausted. That's why I got away. I had to get away from all the drama, all that, because, you know, we ended up in a fight, and I was just like, hell no. I am not going to be another victim, because, you know, they've lost people by doing that. They've lost friendships by doing that. And I was like, I am not going to be another victim and stand here. And it was embarrassing because we had a little fight in the mall. And we were standing there with, like, I don't know, 500 people, and it was embarrassing. And I was like, are you doing this right now? And it was kind of awkward. It was really awkward because that day was my friend's birthday, and we ended up in an argument. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing this, because I did not wake up to actually fight with you. I did not get up in the morning and be like, oh, outside is so nice, let's get in a fight. Like, what? No. Come on. And it was kind of ridiculous. And I was just like, I don't know if I should, like, go home or if I should stay or not. And it was kind of scary because I honestly thought that my friend was going to stab me in the back with a knife. I was in her house, and I'm just like, she can't get crazy. So I did have my guard up, and I was just like, I'm sleeping in her bed because it's a sleepover. I was flipping out. I could not sleep. I think I slept 4 hours, and then I was just, like, up with my eyes. I was just like this. Like, I was so scared, and it was kind of awkward, but then we had a talk, and I realized that, like, when me and her talked, we found a common ground where she understood, like, because I told her, I don't think, it's a fact, I told her that if me and you, we're gonna leave this place, like, not having any feud between each other, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry that I lied, but I did that because of this. Why? Because if I didn't lie, you would do this. There's a consequence of your actions, you know, portraying on how I do my actions. Because, like, She's the type of person that if you come out and tell her, she will automatically lash out on you. So I did that. I lied for my friend. And she was just like, why are you guys lying to me? And I'm just like, we're not lying to you. If I lied to her, if I didn't lie to her, if I didn't lie to her, she would lash out on us and make it seem like we're the bad people. But I'm just like, listen, I lied to you because you would do this. And I don't want you to do that. And she's just like, why couldn't you just tell me or whatever? I'm understanding. And I'm like, I didn't want to tell her, but I was like, you're not understanding. She's not an understanding person. For 3 years that I've known her, she was never an understanding person. Like, I've heard from other people that she would drag people under the bus. She's not an understanding person. And I literally had to lie to her, and she was just like, I don't like you lying to me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, well, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And I did that to back her up and whatever. And then she gave, like, me a little attitude because she was just like, oh, because it's you and you. Because I was with my friend. And she was like, because it's you and you, you know, you always back each other up. You guys are closer than, like, all of us and whatever. And I'm just like, excuse me? I backed her up because you would have dragged her under and made her feel made her feel like less worthy of you. And she would be like crying. You know how many times she would like come to me and be like bawling and me telling me like she's scared of you? Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. That's one. You know what I mean? I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, my friend is coming up to me and being like, I'm so scared of them. I don't really want to talk to them. I'm like, what the hell is going on? That's how you want your relationships to go on? Seriously? I was like floored. She couldn't wrap her head around it. And she kept, one thing that kept me so annoyed on my toes was that she kept going around and around and around and around about the same exact thing. And I'm just like, listen, you're not getting the one thing that I'm talking about. The one point about you is the problem. You're not getting it. So I think we left the movie theaters like all happy and whatever. But I told her, I was like, if we're gonna leave here happy, I'm gonna let it, like, I apologize that I lied to you, but I did it because I had reasons. And secondly, you know what I mean, like, it's your day, it's your birthday, we're gonna do what you want. And I told her, and I was just like, listen, and even if we had a little private discussion between me and my friend and I, and not the other two of you, it's none of your business. If we had a discussion about, you know what I mean, I don't know, like, stuff that me and her only talk about, you shouldn't be getting upset at that. You know what I mean? It's not your spot to be getting upset in, and you don't need to know everything. You know what I mean? And I was just like, we're just gonna leave it at, like, no, we're not. No, I said we're not gonna leave this where it is. We're gonna move on and whatever, and we're gonna let everything go and whatever, and you're gonna let everything go. We're not gonna have any grudge against each other, and we're never gonna bring this back up ever again, ever, because, and I mentioned that to her because I've seen her before I was her friend, like before I actually talked to her and like actually have things in common and become friends. I've seen her like bring up past issues. She was talking to her friends that are my friends now, but they're not really her friends today as we speak, you know, because they had enough of her. But I would see them and how she would talk to them, and she would always bring up past issues, and they're just like, what? And she's like, oh yeah, remember the time you did that and you did that and you did that? And she was like, mm-hmm. And then she would walk away and then think that her accusing them was her victory of doing that. And that was just humiliating the person because there was a ton of people around her and doing that. And I was just like, whoa. But I didn't really know what happened. You know, I don't know the whole story. So sometimes when you know the whole story, you don't really take it to heart. You know what I mean? Like, and why I don't take it to heart is because, I don't know, like, I've been practicing, like, I wish I could say I've been practicing, like, Buddhism, but I haven't because, like, I don't know, like, I heard, like, somebody say, like, they gave me advice. They said, you have nothing to fear. Five simple words. You have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear. Like, and that brought real calmness to me because when I was in that fight, you know, that little brawl, as you may say, you know, I remember thinking, you have nothing to fear. I have been through hell. I have been through probably, like, people wouldn't even think that I've been through. And, you know, to come this far and look this way and be this confident and be this girl, you know what I mean? I'm really proud of that. And, you know, and I was just thinking, you have nothing to fear. And sometimes I do fear a lot. And it all has to do with the past. I never fear, like, that's the thing I have that I need to work on, is that I fear the future more than I fear the past. Because, like, whatever happened in the past, like, I'm just like, oh man, I hate that. But then I always fear the future because I never actually want to go out of my way to see what would unfold in my future, because I'm just like, wait a minute. Remember what happened in the past? You want to go down that road again, like, so if I don't have this fear of, like, the future, then I would probably, like, be like, let's go, and, like, leave the past behind. But I don't really want to leave the past behind, because there were so many good memories in the past, even though I was, like, really, really younger. You know, I'm, like, 17 now, like, God, like, I don't know, but, yeah, and, yeah, back to what I was saying when last week of, junior year, and I'm going to be a senior, wow, but junior year, my eyes are getting red. I'm not crying, like, I have, like, I have red eyes. I don't really know what's going on with those, but, yeah, sorry, back to my last week of, junior year. I've had people come up to me and be like, you know, you're not that girl anymore that follows. You're that girl, like, you're, like, a mysterious girl. We don't really know who you are as a person. And I've had some of my friends say, like, you know, oh, remember that time you did that? And I'm like, yeah. She was just like, oh. She's like, there would always, like, 3 friends that would tell me this. They were like, we didn't really know who you were. I'm just like, what do you mean you didn't know who you were? Like, I would think about it, and I'm just like, what do you mean? And she was just like, well, you just came off as, like, a carefree person, and, like, I always made promises, and, like, for the most part, I always kept my promises, but, like, certain circumstances, like, have led me to, like, not, really, like, go forward and be like, okay, yeah, I kept my promise, like, so I guess I broke it, but I didn't really break it because I wanted to. I broke it because certain circumstances, you know what I mean, where I'm left, like, with no other choice. And I'm like, are you serious right now? And, of course, I was, like, sad, and I would always call them and be like, hey, listen, I'm sorry, you know, like, and I would always have it in the back of my head, like, I really want to make it up to them. I really want to make it up to them. Like, come on, like, I need to do something. But, yeah, and I've had people come up to me and be like, we didn't really know who you were. And a lot of, like, I guess, classmates this year have said that in my yearbook, like, especially one person wrote in my yearbook saying, we didn't talk much. I don't really know, like, the type of person you are. Hopefully we get to talk next year. And they wrote their name, and I was just like, okay. But I was just like, it's kind of awkward because they're in different positions with different people, you know what I mean? He's a guy, I'm a girl, he has a girlfriend, I don't have a boyfriend, and honestly, I have, I think 2 rules. Before I entered in high school, I said to myself, girlfriends before boys, definitely, and you never want to like follow a guy that has a girlfriend, and you never want to follow a girlfriend that has a guy, or a guy that has a guy, because you don't know their relationship, and it's hurtful, you know what I mean? You always see girls in school that have boyfriends, and they're flirting with other guys, and I'm like, excuse you, you have a boyfriend. I'm not that type of girl. There have been boys that have girlfriends that are older than me. Like, the boys are older than me. They're like senior. They graduated, but they're like, hey, you're that girl, and they try to, like, you know, like, hi, be friendly with me, and I'm like, hi. I'm like, I don't really know you that, you know, sorry, like, I don't really do this type of thing. Like, I don't really talk to boys that have girlfriends and whatever, because that's a sticky situation. I don't really like that, because it's not right. And I wouldn't want, when I have a boyfriend, I wouldn't want some girl, like, touchy-feely, you know, like, going out of her way, literally, to make him see her. And then feel like he wants to date her. And I'm like, excuse you. He has a girlfriend. You better back off. And I respect that. You know what I mean? Like, right. I know if there's ever an opportunity where a guy is like, oh, you should date me, but I have a girlfriend, I'm going to be like, hell no. Bye. Because, no, you're not. If you want to be with me, I would be the only girl, okay? I would be his only girl, and that's it. I can respect a guy having, like, girls he talks to that were his friends. Do you get where I'm coming from? A guy that has girls that are friends, but not really his girl, and he goes into a relationship. Like, okay, like, if I get into a relationship and my boyfriend has friends that are girls, that's fine. But I don't want to see them throwing themselves at him and acting like, you know what I mean, they're going out of their way to be like, hey, look at me, notice me, like, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, but that's annoying, and you see it everywhere, and people are just like, oh, it's fine. It's not fine. It's not. You see this smile? This smile, it's like I want to fucking stab you in the fucking ass and rip your balls off. Like, I'm gonna rip your balls off. It's not fine. Like, yeah. But this year has been crazy. I'm so glad it's over. I've been working my ass off. Like, even though I'm not on, like, I'm gonna end this video kind of soon because it's going on to like 34 minutes. But this year has been crazy. I've been working my ass off. Like, I've been doing all my homework. Lie. I've done most of my homework, but like I've missed like maybe like 5 homeworks in each class, but that didn't really affect me because it would be like, okay, I might have missed 1 homework in the first marking period, and then in the second marking period I might have missed 2, and then the other 2 were like spread out for like the third and the fourth marking period, which really didn't affect me because I did well on tests and quizzes, and the homeworks. The homeworks cost. The homeworks are worth 100 points, which is really, really cool because if you get like I don't know, a 65 on your test and you get a homework grade, your grade goes up to a 75. Refreshing. I know. It's amazing. Like, yeah. So I've been working my butt off, and even though I'm not on like high honor rolls or first honor rolls or whatever, I'm still proud of myself. I'm still proud of myself. Yeah. And yeah. And I think I'm going next video, because I'm gonna end this like right now. Next video, I'm going to give you some advice to people that are in school, because I'm in school. Probably some advice that I've heard, but I haven't really experienced. But I will be saying anything that I want to say because I want to help you. Yes, you. And in the next video, I'm going to be reading off like stuff that I wrote down on my phone. I'm gonna write them down on a piece of paper and read them to you. But yeah, it's like stuff that I wrote down, like, you know what I mean? Enjoy your school year next year, you know, you're a senior and all that stuff. And till the next video. And I will see you probably I will see you probably like, hopefully not next week, but hopefully like next 2 days, because I need to edit this video and all that shit. But yeah, and it is so dark in my room. Whoa. But yeah, if you look at that.